had a hand in the heinous act. The colonial government's initial explanation for the deaths was met with widespread doubt and allegations of a concealed truth. Barrister Tamfo shared his views in the manner the Ngarbuh Massacre was handled.
For further clarity on the perpetrators, Human Rights Watch conducted an investigation that discredited the colonial government's assertions and verified the Republic of Cameroon terrorist soldiers and proxy armed Fulani were responsible for the massacre of civilians. In response, the colonial government alleged that the organization had colluded with Ambazonia State Army to fabricate stories, and you just wonder, that would be ridiculous. With the result of the different investigative reports, the incident received widespread international criticism, with calls from the United Nations and the United States for the La Republique du Cameroon colonial government to take legal action against those responsible. La Republique du Cameroon opposition politician Maurice Kamto urged for a national day of mourning, which was never taken into consideration by President Paul Biya of La Republique du Cameroon. Following the revelations, the colonial La Republique du Cameroon government apprehended 9 colonial soldiers, including 2 colonels. They asserted that 13 civilians were unintentionally killed. The colonial soldiers and proxy military men resorted to setting fires on buildings in an attempt to eliminate any incriminating evidence. 3 colonial soldiers were taken into custody. Meanwhile, we have a video of Barrister Tamfo here. Let's see it play.
First of all, is the magistrate handling the case. The way the case is handled by her, I can see a majority of the incidents in the file, she's the one who causes it. From one adjournment to the other, at times no reason. We are tired of the numerous adjournments. I cannot really tell you exactly what we have done. We have not moved any forward. The prosecution has not yet proven its case, made a case. We, the defense, we have not even been able to cross-examine or to establish any case. We are just from one incident to the other, from one adjournment to the other. In one point of time, the magistrate who is handling the case was sick. It took a lengthy adjournment. So you see, concretely, nothing has been done. The victims are still waiting. There are instances that the victims don't even come to court because they don't have the means to be there. There are some instances that even we, the lawyers, we are not able to be there and the court cannot progress. So you see, there are a lot of obstacles in the fight because nothing is being done to make sure that justice is served. Because if they could arrange a specific day to hear the matter, maybe all the parties could sacrifice and make themselves available so that we try the matter. But you see that there are instances where all the parties are made in court, or want to, or maybe during the court session, one incident comes up and the fight.
Well, nevertheless, progress in the pursuit of justice has been frustratingly sluggard, leaving the families of the victims to still wrestle with the lasting impact of their trauma. Many rights organizations have strongly criticized La Republique du Cameroon colonial government, alleging that they have provided misleading justifications for the deliberate targeting of innocent civilians. With a resounding voice that justice delayed is justice denied, a hearing regarding the massacre was slated for November 16th last year. During the hearing, witnesses provided testimony and several investigative reports were presented as well. However, the trial has faced multiple delays, raising concerns about the Ngarbuh military judicial system's ability to ensure justice for cases of colonial military abuse. The restart is planned for this week. Justice delayed is justice denied, said a human rights activist, highlighting the broader implication of the stalled investigation in the context of the war in Amazonia, where human rights violations are already rife. Ensuring accountability for Ngarbuh becomes a beacon of hope and a possible step towards reconciliation.
Ngarbuh and neighboring countries have been deeply affected by the aftermath of the Ngarbuh massacre. In the late 2020, a colonial military base was established in Ngarbuh, leading to the displacement of over 300 villagers who fled out of fear of further colonial military atrocities. As the world marks the 4th anniversary of the Ngarbuh Massacre, the pursuit of justice for the victims remains ongoing. The international community must remain vigilant and continue exerting pressure on La Republic of Cameroon colonial government to ensure that those responsible for the atrocities are held accountable. The memories of that day should not be forgotten.